What's up? What's up, Black family? Super Mike, this Super Mike 2164. You can press like, share, just a few minutes. I just want to talk a little bit about this topic. You know, we have a lot of situations. We got a self-esteem, a racial esteem issue as Black people. And one of my philosophies is because we have that low racial esteem, we always wanting to be validated by the children of the oppressor and those who look like the oppressor. So why don't white people listen to us? Think about that. A lot of us experience that when you're working somewhere, obviously in the government. Barack Obama, we can look at it on that level. We got stories coming out talking about how Black people are trying to tell people stop ignoring our suggestions. We need to get this reparations thing cleaned up. We need to get this all this repair issues cleared up with the United States so that this country can be strong to head into the future. There's a lot of good suggestions that Black folks have been given white people for hundreds of years. And we see these cycles. And so even on your job, you'll say, Black folks will get mad. You mad because the white people, they don't listen to you on how to organize the office, or they won't listen to your suggestion on how to make a certain job easier and more efficient, and you can make more money. They won't listen to your suggestions on who to hire, or how to set the office up, or how to go after business. And then they always question your decisions. Your decisions get extra scrutiny, right? I mean, a lot of Black folks feel this, and we feel this, and we endure these type of things. And I'm sure this pervades every system that is controlled by white people. And why is this? So this is what I think. See, if I was a white person, a slave or a former slave or an employee or some peasant that works for me, I got more money than him. If I don't got more money than him, I have more control over what happens. I have the final say. I'm the one in control, not him. So if I was that white person and, I'm not familiar with you like that, I know you probably trying to take my position. He's thinking, I don't want that Black person to think that they got control. I have to be in control. So when you make a suggestion of how to do something, it may go in his head and they may say, oh, that is right. But I can't let them think. They're worried about what you think. They're worried about what you're thinking. If you're thinking that you are smarter than them, and they don't want that. They don't want you to believe that you have a greater amount of intelligence than them, because then they will feel that you will be hesitant, and it will be hard for them to tell you what to do next time and control you, because you'll take credit for the success. So if you make a suggestion, they will go out of their way sometimes to do other than what you suggested. And that's the same thing with the situation with Barack Obama and Trump. That's why he wants to erase Obama. And there's the same thing with a lot of things out here. The United States of America. That's why they won't listen to Martin Luther King till you're dead. They won't listen to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad until they feel that they can get rid of your suggestion. They're not going to listen to you, Black people. And should they listen to you? Why? to them, they're probably like, white people are probably like, my parents or I started this company. We smart enough. I got the credentials to run this department. I'm not listening to a subordinate. And the thing is, why does he keep suggesting things to me to make me look better? Because the white person is like, I wouldn't do that for him. He's dumb. I'm not going to listen to a dummy. That's probably what they're thinking. And are they right or wrong? If you're using all your mental power to try to suggest to your job or to your employer or to your boss or to your white controller, the person who has the final say in how things get done, if you're making all these suggestions to them to make their system better, why don't you make those suggestions to yourself? What could you do? Who are you not listening to make your system better? You see, this is because we were trained in slave. Black folks out here in America, we are literally trained in a language, I believe, in an ideology of slave, so that we want to tell others how to run their business. But when they don't listen to our suggestions, we get mad, and then we don't use those suggestions for ourselves. If somebody else does not pick up on our suggestion, hey, yep, what's going on, Lo? If somebody doesn't pick up on our suggestion, then we feel that we're devalued. We don't value our suggestions for our own lives. And the thing is, we have to get out of this mindset, because this is a slave mindset. And slave to me is also a form of capitalism. And if you look at this Adam Smith's book, Capitalism, this is the father of capitalism, The Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith. The division of labor, he's turning human beings into machines. So the slave culture is what started America, and it was primarily focused on blacks. But guess what? Everybody's got it, unless you're within that percent of people who are in dominant control. So and this comes into play when we're talking about what we want to do for ourselves and how to heal our systems, because I don't know if everybody notices it, but the systems of government, nobody trusts them no more. And it's almost mainstream distrust. You got people attacking the sitting president. The president is questioning the authorities of the states. You have major media sources, you got FDA chairmen saying that they're going to resign if there's a vaccine approved and fast-tracked. You got all these big systems of government that are being used to force things on people when we're supposed to have a representative type government structure. The politicians and these people are not supposed to be leaders. They're supposed to represent the will of people. But they're telling you, forcing you what to do. And like you said, people are reacting to the matrix, but that should be a sign. And that's why it's important to be a prepper. You should be a prepper. That's just intelligence, because when the human beings, when their systems of government break down, I mean, everybody doesn't just disappear. You'll have a little confusion, but then people form their own systems. And that's where we're headed here. So, we got to start learning how to, we're kind of slaves almost, because Grocery stores, we're dependent on truck deliveries. We're dependent on electricity, the type of uh, that forms of electricity. We're not equipped to take care of ourselves as normal humans evolved and took care of ourselves for hundreds of thousands of years, right? So, that's it. I'm not really trying to be on here that long, but the thing is, and this is primarily directed to Black people, but really it's to anybody who just wants to understand some basic stuff. We have to stop placing our self-esteem and our racial esteem and our self-worth in other groups accepting or kind of one-upping or thumbs up our ideas. If our ideas are good, they're good enough for us. Let's try to make our families more self-sufficient. Think of your family as a business. Yep. Yeah, we have to level up, the male, female. There's a lot of people out there and they got all these different ideologies and trying to, all this gender stuff. This stuff is only possible under a system that will insulate it from nature. Because, come on now, you can't have two dudes running around here. They're going to die out, right? Two women running around, they're going to die out because nature is not going to tolerate that. So you got to have this system here set up, try to, go into there and find some kind of I know they can find a fibroblast in the women and try to reproduce just women on women, all these weird things. This stuff ain't going to survive like this. It's dysfunctional. So the people who will survive past this, the families that will survive past this, they're going to be preparing themselves, and that's just kind of my message right now. It's just quick live because I haven't really did it here. And thanks for giving me some support, Carolyn. Yeah, but all the toxic bodies and minds, that's some real, you're making some real good points. The toxins is not only in the information has been toxified. So lies, instead of truth and facts. Facts are not respected anymore. Nobody respects facts, especially in these sources such as Facebook now, and you got YouTube and, all of these big so-called fact checkers, they're suppressing. And there's no power greater than the power of the people. So, yeah, they can suppress, but they're eventually, it's almost like a volcano. It's going to explode. So, yeah, that's it. Do exercise, find ways to increase your own esteem, develop your own family, find something that you can serve humanity with in your family, some skills, some kind of something that you can offer to the world and to your community, and enhance it and begin to use it to sustain yourself. That's how humans have survived all this time. We come into the world and we use, but we also provide, we serve. And it's that cycle that is going to allow us to survive, because this thing, gun is not going to save you. People buying all these guns, a gun, it can save you from a situation, but for the months and months and days that you don't have these conflicts and situations, what's going to really save you is your preparedness, your ability to create relationships with good people, create food. That's what's going to save you and your family, not the gun. Because the grocery stores, people that's going out robbing people for their stuff, they're going to get, wiped away first. They're going to be taken out first. The people who were prepared for the initial shock, those will be probably the people that survive. So anyway, all right, Carolyn, and everybody else that might see this, peace out. Now at the end of the stream.